these are some stretches that you can do before band practice and before shows. Let's dive in and I'll give you a little explanation. So just go ahead and start to rotate your wrists in circles. Just going in outward circles here. Let it gently roll around your end range of motion. You're not trying to like force more range right now. You will increase your range of motion by doing these regularly. I do them every morning. So you do about 5 or 10 and then we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So this is active dynamic stretching as opposed to passive stretching where you're just holding and lengthening the muscle. Let's do our elbows now. So you just start to take your elbows in circles. Notice I'm letting one arm cross over the other so that I get my full range of motion here. You can even reverse which arm goes over each time. So again, you do about 5 or 10 and you go in the opposite direction. Now this active dynamic stretching helps prepare the body for movement. It lubricates the joints, it sends signals to the nervous system to be ready for movement. Let's do our shoulders now. Same thing, I'm just gonna take them in big circles here, letting one arm cross over the other so I get my full range of motion right there, okay? And so then with these ones too, you can start to do smaller and smaller circles. So you've got these really small circles going. You might even notice that in your bicep, stretching the bicep out if you're really tight. And then you start to go bigger and bigger to your back. Your full circle here. Let's go in the opposite direction. Yeah, so we used to use these with the band I was in, and everybody noticed it really helped them get warmed up really quickly, especially the drummer. So now let's do our chest. So I'm going to take my chest, extend it outward, and then compress it back in. And so I'm really just moving that chest in and out. You get a side view of that. So just taking the chest in and out like that. And now we can do the same thing with the shoulders. Keep the chest in place. Let the shoulders come back and forward, this kind of thing. So yeah, the drummer especially noticed when we would do these that instead of it taking a song or two for him to warm up, he was already ready to go. He's warmed up, ready to do all his fancy fills and all that fun stuff, right? So let's do the neck now. So we're just going to go side to side, keeping the chin on the same plane. With your neck, don't go too fast. You don't want to be jerking your neck around, okay? And don't move through pain, because none of this should be painful. If it is, then you probably need to seek professional help. Now let's take our neck side to side. Okay, and then we're going to start to take our neck along a circular plane, going around its axis. So I'm just literally doing like circles. Let the chin lead, right? And then go in the opposite direction. Okay, and then now we're going to do our ups and downs here. But instead of just moving the neck up and down, actually, let's do it like this. I'll show you how to deepen the stretch. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips. Instead of letting the shoulders and everything collapse forward, actually bring your shoulders up, back, and then down so that you're standing nice and erect. Now the way you're going to achieve this is take your chin forward until it starts to dip down all the way to your chest. And then you're going to let it just gently roll up. So you're achieving this motion by taking the chin forward and then we'll just dip down. And then you're rolling up. You'll even feel this in your shoulders if you're really tight. Especially the back area of the scap strap. Okay, now keep your hands there and then actually let's move from the hips. Take your hips forward and then backwards. So I'm moving from the hips right now. So when your butt is back like this, you'll probably feel it in the backs of your legs. And then when it's forward, you feel it all through this area. Okay? Now we're going to do our shoulders. So like, go ahead and take your hands and put them on about chest level. And we're going to start to rotate. Notice that my head is facing forward the whole time. Just moving the shoulders back and forth here. Keeping your hands high like this will get the upper body. Taking them lower, down to hip level, we'll start to get the lower back. Right? So you can get your upper back and lower back this way. Then go ahead and start to rotate your whole body here, your whole torso, upper body. Okay, now what we're going to do is our hips. So just start to move your hips back and forward, and keep your head in the same place. So it's just kind of doing this motion back and forth. It might feel a little bit funny. Just loosening up the hips there. So then now take them side to side. If you can't leave your head exactly in the same place, it's like your hips are just spinning side to side. As you're doing this, you can gently roll on the edges of your feet there to start to strengthen and loosen up the ankles as well, okay? Again, only do this stuff if you're able, okay? You need to know your own limitations here. And then we're gonna take our hips in circles, right? You can try doing it where you're leaving your head in the same place. You can also do it where you're just moving the entire body here. You can have your hands on your hips like I do, or not. Let's go in the opposite direction. Yeah, we're just doing like 5 or 10 each direction. Notice that we're hitting all these main areas, joints and stuff. So, okay, now we're gonna do our legs. You might need to put your hand on the wall or on the desk or something like that to keep yourself stable. Go ahead and lift your leg. This area, your upper thigh should be flat, 90 degrees right there. And then just start to take your leg back and forth, kind of wagging the foot back side to side. And then now let's open the foot up to our side as much as you comfortably can. And start to do this. Same thing. And then we'll put the knees together and do it behind us. So doing front, side, and back. Okay, so that from the side view looks like this. Okay? And now we'll do the opposite leg here. So just bring your leg up. Start to rotate side to side. Open up to the side, and then bring the knees together and get behind you. Okay. You can also do your knees by just rotating the lower leg there around in circles while this knee is in place. Okay, so again, just do these things as you're comfortable and able. Okay, so be smart about your body's abilities and limitations. Right, so let's do a few, walk through this. And then now, last but not least, we're gonna do our ankles. Taking the ankles in circles. Our old grandmaster used to talk about this particular one as it opens up the energy channels in the body. Take that with a grain of salt. Let's go in the opposite direction. Think for yourself on that. Foot. Again, on these ones with the legs, if you need to lean on the wall or anything like that, go ahead and do so. In the opposite direction. Okay, so you can use this as a warm-up before any activity. Again, it's really good to do before band practice or before a show, so you're really warmed up and ready to move. Now, as a guitar player, you can also think about doing it with the fingers. See, I'm just taking my index finger in circles. Go in the opposite direction. Do the same thing with each finger. Again, being able to do an isolated movement like this will help you with your coordinated movements. In other words, moving just one finger at a time, right? So you can do the ring finger, do the pinky, do your thumb, right? Do the same thing on the other hand. Get all the fingers there. Again, this will help increase your range of motion as you do them all regularly. So, this will help increase your reach as a guitar player. Some of the science on this also suggests that it helps stave off arthritis, because if you have built up calcium around the joints, this helps smooth them out. That's what some of the science says anyway. Always think for yourselves on that. Rock it out. I hope this helps you all. Peace.